Hello class. At this point you've had some decent exposure to jQuery and done quite a few things with it. In this assignment you will get extensive experience using CSS. This assignment will introduce you to two new jQuery libraries, the cycle library and the easing library. You will use both of these libraries on this assignment. Additionally, you will embed videos within this assignment and use alpha layers to control transparency of elements to give the page a sense of depth and overlay. Finally, you will adjust CSS for given screen sizes so that when a user adjusts the width of the browser, the CSS will automatically adjust. As you can see, the materials to turn in on the server for this time are your index.html page, 3 jQuery libraries. You'll have an images folder and a styles folder that contains your CSS styles. This assignment will be validated as XHTML5, so the standard page setup requirements still apply for this one. You can review those. The exercise specifications for this, I will provide you with a zip file containing images used on the site. I'll provide you with the cycle and the easing jQuery libraries, and there are links there to where you can download them from. We'll be using the jQuery 1.7.1 file on this one. A newer jQuery file may work, but there's always a chance that something might not work with the updates that are made. When you include those, you're going to want to make sure that you include the jQuery 1.7.1 first. You'll have an example of using cycle that we'll look at in the next video, but in using jQuery cycle we're going to use the scroll left and the fade options. For easing, you will have one instance of easing that we use, although easing can be used in so many different places. We will use ease in, out, back for this assignment. You'll also do video embedding. You will embed 4 videos from YouTube into this assignment, and I've provided links to where you can see these are actually on YouTube. The CSS on this assignment is extensive. There is a lot of CSS to go with this assignment. You'll do a lot with alpha layers so that it gives the end product a sense of depth. The intent is for this assignment to expose you to a large amount of CSS in order to increase the amount of time you spend doing CSS so that it will become more of a second nature for you. Additionally, there will be some screen resizing within the CSS. You'll see towards the end of the CSS that there are some @media screen statements that are used so that when we resize the browser, it will automatically adjust the CSS to fit within that screen. For validation on this one, turn accessibility off and only validate it as HTML5. You will have some HTML5 validation errors because of the frame border attribute that's used within the iframe. There are images of the code provided. The text for the articles are provided here so that you don't have to type all of that out. The screen resizing is provided so that you can copy and paste it and not have to type all of that out, because there is quite a bit of CSS in this one. And there are screen captures for each screen of the assignment. Now I'd like to take a look at the finished product, which looks like this. You can see there's quite a bit happening on the page. You'll notice right here we've got a fade transition using jQuery cycle, and it will scroll through the different names. Over here we've got another example of scrolling left and using easing. You'll notice the in, out, back easing. It's subtle, but this is both a cycle and easing example here. You'll notice there's quite a bit going on. You're going to have a flyout that's fixed on the left-hand side. You can open it a couple of different ways. You can close it a couple of different ways. Your navigation is up here along the top, and you'll notice that the CSS, if you look closely, it actually goes all the way down through the page because we're using alpha layers nearly everywhere. So if I scroll through this, there's text and layout down below on this main page. On the next page, if I scroll up a little bit, you've got an embedded YouTube video that you click on to play. And that's the same layout for each of the other pages. When I come to the next one, you've got another embedded video with some different text. Come to the next one, another embedded video with some different text, and come to the last one. So that completes the discussion of what you will be doing on this assignment. This should give you something that is useful and expose you to some different elements that you'll be able to use on future assignments.